Herdline News.
LeBron James and the Lakers capped off one of the most challenging NBA seasons ever and won the franchise's 17th championship. And LeBron called out his critics after taking home his fourth title. He said, up in smoke tour. What they gonna say now? Put this on his Instagram. I know they'll make another criteria that nobody else has ever had in the history of the game. But guess what, though? Bring it on, please. Heavy is the head that holds the crown, they say. Let's get it. Hashtag the kid from Akron. Hashtag revenge season completed. And he also posted a very artistic photo of him taking a long drag of that cigar, that celebratory cigar.
He's first of all, I love when guys, when athletes are willing to just say, I'm good, get over it. I have no problem with that, because he is. The average guy on Twitter is telling you how great he is, and, you know, he's living with his mom. So I have no problem with LeBron going, I'm good. You keep putting up roadblocks, and I keep blowing through them. The second thing is, we all know who he's talking about there. My MJ.
Well, yeah, of course. I think look, I'm a MJ zealot, and let's not forget, all right, we just watched The Last Dance, and we're all enamored with the greatness of MJ. Now, we've then since more recently just watched LeBron win his fourth title with his third team, bringing a team that would otherwise likely not be in the finals there and winning finals MVP. In a season that I personally felt like he should have also won the regular season MVP, which is not a knock on Giannis. I just think that LeBron was more valuable to his team. It's getting kind of difficult to have that conversation. And I'm saying that as a MJ super fan. I think maybe we're just having the wrong conversation. Like as you said, I think it was yesterday, and you said that MJ is like chocolate candy or something.
Well, they're both. Let's say it's like
cottage cheese.
Do you like yogurt or ice cream more? They're both in the dairy family, and a great yogurt is great, and a great ice cream is great. Like you can't, but they're totally different. The texture and the feel. I
think both players could play in both eras.
Oh God, yes. Michael would be
both physical players.
Yeah, Michael would be great today, and LeBron would be great. Yeah, that to me, I always think that LeBron's a better Magic. Michael's a better Kobe. And so we're always comparing, like it's not comparing Coke and Pepsi. You could compare those. It's comparing Coke and orange juice. You know,
I think it's almost impossible to make the comparison. And as LeBron continues to achieve these new levels of greatness.
And they're just different guys.
He's not going to go 6-0 in the finals, but that was done a while ago. Like that's already been erased from the LeBron legacy. He's not going to do that. But is that the standard for what the greatest is? To me, it's just everything that MJ encompassed. But to me, LeBron is also the greatest superstar in any sport that we've ever seen in the history of sports. What he has done from entering the spotlight at age 16 to now is unprecedented.
Think about this. Brady leaves the Patriots. Cam shows up, and you're like, oh, they're kind of new and different and fun. Like Brady's the GOAT. Nobody disputes that. Joe Montana left the Niners. You put Steve Young, and you're like, oh, they can win Super Bowls. LeBron leaves teams, even like the Heat, and it's like man overboard. Like it's just
Well, I mean, Doug's point earlier, like they did lose Chris Bosh. They would have been a playoff team if Chris Bosh had not had the issue with the blood clots. But yes, teams fall apart. Like obviously Cleveland, like no one thinks Cleveland's going to get back to the finals 6 years after losing LeBron James.
If LeBron retired today, what would the Lakers be?
Not winning the finals.
8 seed in the West. I mean, they're just not the same basketball team. This roster is 80 LeBron and a bunch of stuff.
Look, I dropped my pettiness with LeBron when he went to the Lakers. He is in legacy mode now. I'm not a sore loser. They were incredible this year, and he deserves the credit because it's not just that he got the Lakers to the finals and won a 17th championship. He overcame the Kobe tragedy, dealing with COVID, going into a bubble for 3 months, being away from his family, being the face of the league in an insane year of 2020 with constant criticism. Everyone telling you you're ruining the league. The ratings are down because no one's watching anymore because you're talking about equality. Like everything that they've dealt with this year, I can't be more impressed with LeBron. So the Chargers fell to 1-4 on the season after another heartbreaking loss, although impressive performance by Justin Herbert. And Anthony Lynn says the team needs to figure out how to close out these close games.
Yeah.
The guys have put themselves in position to win these games, and we're just not finishing the games, okay? And it's not one thing here or there. I could give you a ton of excuses, but I'm not about excuses. You know, at the end of the day, we just got to get it done, and that's on me. We know we can play with anybody because we've been doing it. We just got to finish these damn games.
The Chargers have seen all 5 of their games come down to 1 possession.
Oh.
They're 0-2 in overtime games.
Oh.
They also lost 9 of 11 games by 1 possession in 2019. I don't buy in curses. The reality is, I don't buy curses ever. I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in goats. Those happen. But I don't believe in curses. The Chargers historically have been a little cheap. Maybe don't quite have the medical staff, don't quite have the kicker, don't quite have the coordinator. They're not losing these games because something's hovering over them, because the Rams with McVay win a lot of these close games, and a lot of teams win a lot of these close games. If I'm the Chargers, my medical staff, my coaching staff, are they the best available? Am I paying for the best available people? Because right now, Justin Herbert, he was 20 of 34, 264 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
Missing top running back Keenan Allen and 2 offensive linemen.
And getting smacked.
Smoked. Got smoked.
I don't know. It is spooky season, Colin.
I don't buy into that.
Maybe they should just like sage the facility, you know, put some salt in a couple of the corners. Right, maybe bring in a healer. Just need some Reiki or something.
When that kick went,
I mean, come on. How does that happen? Everyone's watching. It's like Twitter is unanimous. Twitter doesn't ever agree on anything except for the Chargers are cursed. I mean, isn't that what you thought, just a little bit?
I think they've gone a little cheap from the ownership. I think they've been a little cheap. And I'm saying, are you willing to spend $9 million for a coach? Because if you're not, you're going to get a retread or an unproven quarterback, a coordinator. So when you have Justin Herbert, are you going to go get Lincoln Riley, Urban Meyer? Or are you going to go and, there's a coordinator we like in Buffalo. Or are you going to go get a big boy head coach? So that's the...
I mean, I like Anthony Lynn.
He's done a nice job, but now you're in a division with Andy Reid. To win it, you got to out-scheme Andy Reid and outplay Mahomes. And I think Justin Herbert may hold up his end of the bargain. I just think these are questions that need to be asked inside.
They have to finish those games. Finally, the Jets once again struggled to get anything going offensively and lost 30-10 to the Cardinals this weekend. They're now 0-5 on the season, and Adam Gase says he's considered giving up play calling in order to better manage games as a head coach.
Oh, really?
For the last 4 years, I've toyed with the idea every once in a while. I don't think I'm ever opposed to trying something to change things up. I'd say everything's on the table at this point.
Well, their next 3 opponents are the Dolphins, Bills, and Chiefs.
Oh, 0-3. They'll be 0-8. And they will, let's be honest here, they're gonna move off Darnold. So Darnold will be available, and if you put him to the right team, like, for instance, I'm the Indianapolis Colts. I give Darnold those running backs, that offensive line, and the receiver Pittman that he had at USC. If I was the Colts, because the Colts are going to be too good to get one of the top 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, if I'm the Colts, is who I go after.
Well, according to the New York Daily News, there's a report that they are looking to trade Le'Veon Bell as well.
Yeah, so
things are going to start.
They're going to have cap space and draft picks in New York.
Unwinding there, yeah.
You could also, with Trevor Lawrence, you're going to have, you could literally get 3 firsts and 3 seconds for Trevor Lawrence. Keep Darnold, and they already have 2 firsts next year anyway. You could end up, you will literally, if Joe Douglas is capable, you're going to have, you could get, between what you have now and what you could get for Trevor Lawrence, you could have 7 first-round picks the next 3 years. You could have 7 second-round picks the next 3 years.
So you're saying to keep Darnold.
Listen, Darnold's going to find a place. This morning, Joy, we look around the NFL. You got like 9 teams need a quarterback. Sam Darnold's going to get a second look. He's not
as he should.
And I think that the place to me is Indianapolis. You're going to give him a real coach, a real running game, and a tremendous offensive line. Sam Darnold went 7 He had a winning record last year with the Jets and had nothing. You don't think he can win in that crazy, nutty division with Jacksonville and Houston?
I think Sam Darnold has plenty of football left in him. This year for the Jets is just a disaster.
I'm not even as high on Daniel Jones. If the Giants moved off, Daniel Jones can start somewhere in this league.
Again, I don't know how either of these New York teams pitch to their fans that they're not taking Trevor Lawrence after the seasons that they've had, regardless of what you feel about Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold.
I think it's a great point. Some more thoughts on Trevor Lawrence and who's going to take him. Some fascinating stuff coming out today. That's coming up next. Guys, you've heard of us talk about our favorite brand of cowboy boot. It's a company called Tecovas, based in the great city of Austin, Texas. These boots are handmade in Mexico, authentic, the craftsmanship. And Tecovas, not only are they great looking, great fitting, leather goods, travel bags, wallets, boots, not only made in Mexico, they have no middleman in this company, meaning they make them and you and I buy them. And that keeps the prices well below industry standards and industry averages. They look awesome, boardroom, at home, at a bar, at a meeting. Look a little taller, feel a little taller. Tecovas.com/herd, handmade in Mexico. Great company with no middleman. Travel bag, I got one of those, is out of this world. Tecovas.com/herd.